Welcome to ABC, where study rules. Please like, share, subscribe the channel. And do not forget to hit the bell icon.
Hello friends. We will discuss most important MCQs on Indian polity and constitution. Part 2. Presented to you by ABC. Please like, share, subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. Let's start.
Hello viewers, we will discuss most important MCQs on Indian polity and constitution. This is part 2. Part 1 has already been uploaded, so if you have not watched the part 1, you can watch it. Question number 1. Who was the President of the Constituent Assembly? Option number 1. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Option number 2. Sardar Patel. Option number 3. Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Option number 4. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The answer is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the President of the Constituent Assembly. Question number 2. The drafting of the Constitution was completed on option number 1, 26th January 1950, option number 2, 26th December 1949, option number 3, 26th November 1949, option number 4, 30th November 1949. The answer is 26th November 1949. The drafting of the Constitution was completed on 26th November 1949. Question number 3. In India, the concept of single citizenship is adapted from option number 1, England, option number 2, USA, option number 3, Canada, option number 4, France. The answer is USA. In India, the concept of single citizenship is adapted from USA. Question number 4. Which was described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution? Option number 1, right to equality. Option number 2, right against exploitation. Option number 3, right to constitutional remedies. Option number 4, right to freedom of religion. The answer is right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies was described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution. Question number 5. The two forms of democracy are parliamentary and presidential. Option number 2, direct and indirect. Option number 3, monarchical and republican. Option number 4, parliamentary and king. The two forms of democracy are parliamentary and presidential. Question number 6. The term Greater India denotes option number 1, political unity. Option number 2, cultural unity. Option number 3, religious unity. Option number 4, social unity. The answer is cultural unity. The term Greater India denotes cultural unity. Question number 7. The method of impeachment of the President of India is adapted from option number 1, USA, option number 2, UK, option number 3, USSR, option number 4, France. The answer is USA. The method of impeachment of the President of India is adapted from USA. Question number 8. Who was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly? Option number 1, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Option number 2, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Option number 3, Jawaharlal Nehru. Option number 4, Vallabhbhai Patel. The answer is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly. Question number 9. India describes the country as a. Option number 1, Union of States. Option number 2, Federation. Option number 3, Unitary State. Option number 4, Confederation. The answer is Union of States. The Constitution of India describes the country as a Union of States. Question number 10. The concept of Constitution first originated in. Option number 1, Switzerland. Option number 2, Britain. Option number 3, USA. Option number 4, Japan. The answer is Britain. Question number 11. The provisional president of the Constituent Assembly was. Option number 1, Dr. Sachidananda Sinha. Option number 2, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Option number 3, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Option number 4, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The answer is Dr. Sachidananda Sinha. The provisional president of the Constituent Assembly was Dr. Sachidananda Sinha. Question number 12. The chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution was. Option number 1, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Option number 2, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Option number 3, Mahatma Gandhi. Option number 4, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The answer is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Number 13. Who was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly of India? Option number 1, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Option number 2, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Option number 3, Dr. B.N. Rao. Option number 4, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The answer is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly of India. Question number 14. Persons may change, but rules should not change, is the principle of. Option number 1, absolute monarchy. Option number 2, constitutional government. Option number 3, unwritten constitution. Option number 4, republic. The answer is constitutional government. Persons may change, but rules should not change, is the principle of constitutional government. Question number 15. The Constituent Assembly of India was set up under the. Option number 1, Simon Commission proposals. Option number 2, Cripps proposals. Option number 3, Mountbatten Plan. Option number 4, Cabinet Mission Plan. The answer is Cabinet Mission Plan. The Constituent Assembly of India was set up under the Cabinet Mission Plan. Question number 16. The two basic principles of the liberal theory of democracy as emphasized by John Locke are. Option number 1, universal adult franchise and the right to option number 2, representative democracy and workers' rights. Option number 3, popular sovereignty and constitutional government. Option number 4, women suffrage and popular sovereignty? The answer is universal adult franchise and the right to property. The two basic principles of the liberal theory of democracy, as emphasized by John Locke, are universal adult franchise and the right to property. Question number 17. Cabinet system and collective responsibility are the contributions of option number 1 Ireland, option number 2 United States, option number 3 India, option number 4 Britain, option number 4 Britain. The answer is Britain. Cabinet system and collective responsibility are the contribution of Britain. Question number 18. Direct democracy is a system of government in which option number 1 people choose the civil servants, option number 2 people directly elect their representatives, option number 3 people take part directly in the policy making and administration of the country, option number 4 government officials consult people on various appointments. The answer is people take part directly in the policy making and administration of the country. Direct democracy is a part directly in the policy making and administration of the country. Question number 19. In India, legal sovereignty is vested with option number 1 the President, option number 2 the Judiciary, option number 3 the Cabinet, option number 4 the Constitution. The answer is the Constitution. In India, legal sovereignty is vested with the Constitution. Question number 20. The unitary system of government possesses which of the following advantages? Option number 1 greater adaptability, option number 2 strong state, option number 3 greater participation by then people, option number 4 lesser chances of authoritarianism, lesser chances of authoritarianism. The answer is strong state. The unitary system of government possesses strong state as advantage. Question number 21. January 26 selected as the date for the inauguration of the Constitution because option number 1 it was considered to be an auspicious day. Question number 2 on that day the Quit India movement was started in 1942. Option number 3 the Congress had observed it as the Independence Day in 1930. Option number 4 none of this. The answer is the Congress had observed it Independence Day in 1930. January 26 was selected as the date for the inauguration of the Constitution because the Congress had observed it as the Independence Day in 1930. Question number 22. What is meant when the Constitution declares India a secular state? Option number 1 religious worship is not allowed. Option number 2 religions are patronized by the state. Option number 3 the state regards religions as a private affairs of the citizen and does not discriminate on this basis. Option number 4 none of this. The answer is the state regards religions as a private affairs of the citizen and does not discriminate on this basis. Question number 23. Who was the President of the Constituent Assembly of India? Option number 1, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Option number 2, Jawaharlal Nehru. Option number 3, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Option number 4, Sri K.M. Munshi. The answer is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the President of the Constituent Assembly of India. Question number 24. Which one of the following is not an element of the state? Option number 1, population. Option number 2, land. Option number 3, army. Option number 4, government. The answer is army. Army is not an element of sovereign parliament originated in option number 1, England. Option number 2, India. Option number 3, France. Option number 4, Japan. The answer is England. The concept of sovereign parliament originated in England. Question number 26. Who is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution? Option number 1, Mahatma Gandhi. Option number 2, B.R. Ambedkar. Option number 3, Jawaharlal Nehru. Option number 4, B.N. Rao. The answer is B.R. Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar is considered the architect of the Indian Constitution. Question number 27. The concurrent list in the Indian Constitution is adapted from the Constitution of option number 1, USA. Option number 2, Canada. Option number 3, Germany. Option number 4, Australia. The answer is Australia. The concurrent list in the Indian Constitution is adapted from the Constitution of Australia. Question number 28. When was the Indian Constitution adopted? Option number 1, 15th August 1947. Option number 2, 26th November 1949. Option number 3, 26th January 1950. Option number 4, 2nd October 1952. The answer is 26th November 1949. Indian Constitution was adopted. Question number 29. The mind and ideals of the framers of Constitution are reflected in the option number 1, preamble. Option number 2, fundamental duties. Option number 3, fundamental rights. Option number 4, directive principles of state policy. The answer is preamble. The mind and ideals of the framers of Constitution are reflected in the preamble. Question number 30. Which of the following is not a feature of Indian Constitution? Option number 1, parliamentary form of government. Option number 2, independence of judiciary. Option number 3, presidential form of government. Option number 4, federal government. The answer is government. The answer is presidential form of government. Presidential form of government is not a feature of Indian Constitution. Thank you for watching.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe the channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon.